So, hello and welcome everyone back to Legend of Grimrock 2. Let's get you something to eat. I guess you can eat this. Ebora. I guess that's fine enough. Maybe you should take also the bread there already to be ready to be eaten up and all that. And let's get to our level ups first and foremost. We got plenty of them to do. Potion of willpower is kind of a good question. Who should I be giving it to? Okay, whose level up will I be starting from? Maybe yours? Kind of everyone is a little bit of a difficult question. What do I want to exactly improve with you? But yeah, I did start to take magic, so I think I will be taking you more into the magic. You don't have a huge amount of energy, but I think it's better for me to take at least a little bit more fire magic, so it's a little bit more viable. One option is of course that I would just go into the earth maybe then, on the other hand. Considering he doesn't really use earth magic either, but he sort of has at least already a little bit of it. So let's just take a little bit more fire magic for you. So it's gonna have a little bit of a extra damage nonetheless. Then for you, well, I have a lot of options that I could be taking. Of course, even accuracy would be still great to get and add a little bit more. Not really to critical, because I'm interested to see what this would exactly do. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with this weapon, so I think I prefer to use it nonetheless. Athletics, I would like to increase to the 3rd level just because we are so close to it. But let's just start taking the concentration, then we at least have an option to use a shield, which would be something that we could actually do something more with than just the pearl shield. Which is nice for the energy for sure, but after all we're gonna be also gaining some energy when we take this, and as a fighter we can very nicely use it as well. And if we want to be giving the shield from him to this guy, that could be a very good use of it for sure. You are a difficult one. I would think that it would be good for me to increase my magic, but maybe it's time for me to actually try to be going into armor. Dodge would be nice too, but let's go into the armor, unless we get a little bit of extra protection too, and next level we could actually use light armor as well, and only 3 more levels, and then we could maybe even use the heavy armor. As such, it's a nice thing nonetheless when we are battle mates, when weight of equipped armor is reduced by 50%. So even if the heavy armor is very heavy, first of all, these of course aren't even that heavy, this crystal equipment, but a battle mage more easily could be trying to actually have something like a heavy armor set than many others would, so it's not that bad as such. So what else? Well, I did also think that maybe I do need to go and try to check if the laboratory teleporter is active. I could assume that they could have activated again when we left, but I didn't notice them previously. But after all, we didn't exactly... By the way, that wall looks different. I didn't even notice that before, but it looks different than any other wall, so there might be actually even something more special there. Now that just I was looking, I didn't look even through this completely, but that wall actually looks different. Do all the... Well, what was... Those were like gated ones. I'm now looking that actually they have made even more of a difference in certain type of walls. Can you always see if there's a button in a wall? I'm sure you can't always see it. There was the sanctuary that I was in, and I'm sure we didn't see in any way. Well, I guess it's something I could go and check. Is there always something that you can easily separate that, hey, this doesn't look... or we can actually see that there's a button. Hey, this was probably the button that opened this, right? I assume so. I was here after all, so I'm sure that that was the button that I needed to open that, and that... Yeah, actually the teleporters are also active, but this was the sanctuary. And there's a button here. Is that different? It's not really different looking. No, this isn't. But why is that different looking? There's like a... It's like a bolder color, to me at least. It looks bolder color, a little bit like these ones here. Is that just coincidence? Is it something more? I don't know. I'm just finding it weird. I'm just finding it weird. I did open this? Yes. I was thinking that I should have opened it, yes, but... Of course, one question here is as well, does something happen if we now pull one of these levers? Does it release actually more of these monsters? I don't know. I could save at least and maybe try. Because I certainly can't say I would know if it would. Okay, well, it did manage to do it as sus. Not sure I like it. Oh, there's actually some more coming from there too. It means that the rats are also free, surely. Well, I don't love the fight here. Yeah, there's the rats. Don't you? That there's the rats free too. Okay, got them. Just... okay, so there's even a couple of groups of these enemies spawned from that. But at least it did clear it. What exactly would happen if we pulled one of these now that there's nothing in them? I kind of do wonder if it happens always. Or is there something different if we would pull this lever? No, it's still the same. Okay, managed to get away from that. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Just come here so we can kill you slowly but surely. Ow. I just wanna run now. Okay, well. Okay, just get this dried up. Ready. Okay, that was good and important. Ah, unfortunately he's already here. Coming up, that is. Well, I'll damage him as much as I can, that is. And nicely he started to... Actually, I kind of appreciate getting this food, but I don't think I want to be killing the rest of them. Or trying to activate the rest of those, because we got quite a bit of damage from that. But... interesting. Still kind of wanted to just make sure how this would work if we now would pull it. Especially when this actually looks a little bit different. Well, actually this looks different too now. Well, don't think I have a need to go and try to battle more of those. So let's just come here and at least have a little bit of a rest. Because I definitely don't fancy going there when we are this wounded, I could say. Okay. And let's do another little quick save before we definitely go and try to go there. But there's probably, or well, we found already the crossbow bolts and we found one cheese, so there could be something else over there. And I'm suspicious of that one wall that seemed at least a little bit different on a map. Don't see a lot in here. Hey, I do see this though. I was thinking that now I'm gonna be getting a little bit of a damage from that though. Ah, god damn it, this is always so far. Okay, let's just get up here then, for a change. Yeah, okay. Well, I at least got some bullets, or bellets. However you would like to be saying it. Let's heal, because again, we got quite a bit of damage from that. Then just let's do a little bit of a light. Then if I would really want to be seeing better from there, then we'd need to be going and having a look. You are again hungry. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4th wall that is weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is something here. Okay, there's actually a wall opening right here. But why is that button so clearly different looking then, though, is my question. Because not all the buttons look different, but some do. That is probably some sort of a button. Don't know where exactly that was in now. Isn't that kind of like below there? Maybe I need to go and check that out too then. When it appears like there's something weird there too. I don't know, I'm getting suspicious. Is that just lucky coincidence or was that something more? Huh. Interesting, you could actually even see this sort of a little crate here, like above. Is this at the same spot? Actually, is that the reason? Yeah, I guess that's the reason. This crate was here. That's why the wall looked different, because it's the same sort of a look as these ones. And I know that this is the one where there was these crates and then we just opened them to be able to throw the item into the other side and all that. So that's the reason. But that was then a clear clue of actually trying to go and go and look if there is a button. This is going to be a problem though if it's going to be a mimic, and it's very likely considering the location and all. Oh god. I thought that I needed to use a lockpick, and then I didn't even need to use it. So... oh goodness, I'm so glad I have you with that very good strike. What is this? Oh, this is actually a necklace. Okay, fire torque, 2 metal bands that clamp tightly around the neck. A faint sound of crackling embers can be heard emanating from it. And fireblade? Well, that's interesting. Definitely something we haven't had previously. But then also resist fire. I'm not sure I want to be using that with anyone. To be honest, I was anyways thinking though that maybe I should be giving this to him now if I actually want to be getting the heavy armor maybe someday into use. Even though I would like to have this plus 50 health, but as sus, you can put that into use too in the meantime, and I would love to try to get you the experience a little bit quicker. It's kind of interesting that we do indeed almost have all of this though. I don't know really, like it's pretty much that you would use it if someone uses it. And I'm not sure if there's anyone really that needs to use this. It's kind of the question, do you rather use the frost resist gold or the resist fire? And I think the resist gold is the more logical choice. Just for the fact that, well, you know, we actually have seen a lot of frost elementals. Well, there's been those weird fireball... well, they're not fire elementals because we saw fire elementals in the first game. And those kind of fireballs that exploded on us aren't exactly fire elementals then, are they? They are something, sure, but they aren't exactly fire elementals. But okay, well, I'm glad I came to investigate that spot. There might be still something else there though, so I might love to try to go and have a look. I doubt there's going to be any sort of a button there, but still, kind of have to make sure. Okay, well, at least I now know that all the crates could have some sort of secrets also in them. Don't think I see any items from here exactly. I think I gotta rest for just a little bit though before we continue onwards. You would also pretty much need to eat again. We're really going down on food. Well, when there's light I will try to go there at least. On this row, if there's light I will go. There's definitely something here. It's okay if I take damage once or so. No, that's nothing. I was thinking, is that another button? But no. Well, that's no good. I was hoping that I would be able to make it here before someone would go and die. But as such, I guess I could be going and using the healing crystal here to heal. I guess I've looked through well enough. I looked through both of that lane and that lane, and I did pick up the cheese from in between, so I think that's enough. Then we can go and have a look into the few other locations. Definitely don't care about going and trying to kill any more of these guys from here, I'd say. Yep, goodbye. Well, they would be useful for the experience, but I kind of like to have the laboratory creatures. I kind of feel a little bit sadness of killing them, but I just felt that I kind of needed to at least test out my sort of a theory. Oh yeah, I'm about the fireblade. It does... Okay, it can actually do fireball special attack, but it would require some concentration, so the special attack isn't something I could use. It's basically otherwise just the same strength weapon as my longsword, and I can actually use the special attack. And anyways, I might like to use it more than this. Not sure. Maybe if I give you concentration, you might use this, but otherwise not exactly relevant right now. Let's just go and use the healing crystal. It's not that big of an issue. Although, this is the one healing crystal that is actually, or healing crystal, that's easier to access. So if I use a healing crystal, shouldn't I rather go and use the one from upstairs? Because I didn't use that yet either. Kind of a shame to be going all the way from here there then, but on the other hand, I actually remembered the right way too. For now, I think it's right from here, and yes it is. All the way back. I hope there's no more enemies yet, but I assume that not quite yet would have spawned more. Kind of silly to go all the way here, and then I'm scared about the fireball. Yeah, it was this way. I'm just trying to be memorizing how the layout exactly was. This was the silver, yes, that I would have to somehow try to go and figure out where it exactly could be. Lovely, I actually managed to get all the way over here, so that's pretty nice. In a pretty easy manner. But yeah, I think this is the logical one to use if we're gonna be using a healing crystal when we have an easy portal from above immediately back down there, where the crystal is down there. So I think that is the crystal that I should rather save, and in this situation I definitely felt it was the logical answer to actually try to use one of these crystals though. I'm just going by instinct. It was this way, right? Yeah, but not quite that way. Yeah, there's the fireball room. Can sometimes memorize pretty well how exactly these tunnels went. Well, I know that I went into the wrong direction here quite a few times. Like there also I was thinking, no, right side was the wrong way, and there I went into the right side sometimes when I was meaning to go to the left, or I was thinking to go to the wrong side, and then just remembering how it exactly was. And as such, I guess there might be also a bonus that I have actually played Legend of Grimrock 1 with the full no map, no auto map, so maybe I have a little bit of a, well, advantage from that, maybe, I'm not sure. Let's do just a quick save again, and just I do want to go and check that area because that looks different, but there might be quite completely different reason for it, which would be very much something that I would assume, considering I did explore that area to my knowledge really well back then. Did I come into the right location? Yeah, this is the sanctuary, yes. It was into here though, then, if we consider that. It would be right there, where the turn would be too, so I guess that's the reason that it looked a little bit strange. I definitely don't see any other signs here though, so I think there's nothing here, because I even tried to check it out. But, well, I should definitely keep an eye out nonetheless for those different looking walls, because they might be hiding a secret with them. Do I see anything interesting otherwise over here? Don't think it, because these are of course these same type of walls, but we already know how that area worked. Yeah, Don't think that there's anything otherwise special, really. It's basically that is because there's a wall plus this type of a area. So it's two things marked on the map at the same time, sort of. Also, of course, I may have still on the graveyard something to solve. If there is something more with those graves that I could be figuring out, which I really honestly couldn't say. I can't say I would know if there would be. Maybe I should actually close this door, just in case. Like, if there happens to be a reason for me to come back here, let's leave it so that it's going to be very unlikely to have enemies around here. I think that's a logical choice. So then we would be back on top. Yeah, this is definitely something I want to go and try to test. Even if we know there's a temple and we don't have all the power gems yet, so I don't know if it is exactly useful yet, but still. But don't know if there is something special about this, for example, or... Well, I would think that it would have to be the riddle, considering riddles are something that the game has anyway, so if it would be some sort of grey markers, it would probably be the riddles, but at least from what we previously read about them, I had no idea what they could be meaning. For sure. Don't seem... There's enemies here already. There at least. Okay, well, good to know. Enemies are back. Can't relax in the graveyard again. Lovely. I hate the graveyard. Well, let's do... I was just thinking that I think I heard some movement, and so we certainly did. Of course, on that area where we basically could come back up or go back down, but still... I don't think I have a lot of reasons at least to go back downstairs, so that's something. The curse us all. I don't love the fact of seeing you there. I don't love it. Were you Muriel? Yes. Ended her life in the Red Hills in the town of Ediamon. I thought that I heard someone real close. Okay. Okay, well, I didn't actually notice the fact, think that I would be blocking it like that, but yeah, there's a lot of this undead spec again here. Which I guess isn't too surprising in the end. I don't love the fact, but yeah. Well. Having to deal with them again. All over again if I want to be investigating this a little bit at least. Well, at least we got one down. So that's something, I guess. I'm pretty much down on energy again, though. Okay. Nothing else that we can see behind us right now, so I guess that's something. I guess I should come and investigate. Is there anyone else we can see here? Not at least right here, I don't think, so that's good. So we know that there's no enemies behind us exactly. The only thing that I could be thinking about this is that there's some sort of importance about the Red Hill. I don't know if there's any town called Ediamon anywhere over here. In the Red Hills. Red Hills. Have you seen any Red Hills? I don't think so. But who am I to say? Maybe we have, but I just have no idea what she would be meaning with those Red Hills. I definitely hear the ones over there. That's for sure. Yep. Well, let's go and try to have a look. I think that there's no one over here. Just gonna be making sure that there's no one over here, though. I assume that there's not gonna be new ambushes, though, because we have cleared the previous ambushes at least. Yeah, that was someone called Ludian Munmunfar, which is a very strange name, I gotta say. It is quite of a strange name. Jacob Renault banished from Etola. The famous Battlefight traveled to the Tavern of Wormflight. Consider we know about those worms more in here. Needle brings to my mind the... On the other hand, the needle puzzle that we were in, the House of Needles. Would that have something to do with it? Banished from Etola, the famous Battlefight traveled to the Tavern of Wormflight to start a new life. Efforts were in vain and all of that. Because there's undeads around and about. No, I don't actually want to be going that way, exactly. That was not the best idea to be thinking of going into that way. I do love you with your new axe, though, certainly. Efforts were in vain, for in the inn he was slain by the river of Eel, near the town of Needle. Could there be a river of Eel here, considering we know the House of Needles? Could that be the town of Needle too? And considering there was actually... Could there have been a Tavern of Wormflight here? I don't know. Efforts were in vain, for in the inn he was slain by the river of Eel, near the town of Needle. I don't know, maybe that could be something. I'm not inclined to go all the way over there too, so I guess we might as well leave, considering... Well, there's again undeads here too. Gladly at least, previously didn't see any. Do I want to leave something here? Probably. So let's come back here for a change. Oh yeah, and as there was mentioned that we could be actually putting the skulls into a sack, considering they should be even affecting our strength there. So 65, 186. It's one less. And you put it there, it's still 65 to 186. So we can just put some of the skulls here, even though I kind of would like to have the skulls actually visible. I just would like it, but I guess it's more logical that we would do this nonetheless. We have very little food. Yeah, this is something we already solved, so that is a no issue. Let's put it there, I guess. That's fine. Let's see. I need some light though, again. And let's just place this here. I don't think there's any sense for me to be exactly carrying it around, unfortunately. Or maybe I should put it here. Well, it's a little bit there, but I guess it should be there so that just we can see it really easily. Mayhap. Was there something else? Well, we can definitely drop that here. We definitely don't need to be carrying it around. Well, there's the other one here, but I don't see a reason for actually us going and using those weapons anymore, kind of unfortunately. But I really don't see a good reason for it. Let's give this to you. You can carry Wilson with us. I don't necessarily want to be leaving Wilson here, even if we could. Oh yeah, this we definitely can be putting into here. Though, like, why not? I think those can be just with us though. I think that should be just fine. I don't know if there was anything otherwise special that I would feel that I would need to leave here. So, this would be back to the cemetery. But I don't necessarily indeed feel that I need to be here longer. I assume that that was all that we needed to solve with this too. Though I am a little bit concerned about going actually to this area now, considering we know that there was such a big monsters and everything happening in here after we got enough power gems. So I kind of suspect that there might be something bad here now too, considering we're going back there now after we have a clue of maybe getting into here. So That's just something that I'm slightly worried about, so maybe I should do the quick save again. Okay, well, I've done that quite enough, I'd say. Let's just prepare the spell before going.